Hello, how are you guys? I guess you all are very good. So, in last lecture, we learnt about various perspectives of psychology. In today's lecture, we are going to focus on various theories of personality, in which the major theories of personalities which we are going to study today is of Mr. Carl Jung, a psychiatrist, and Mr. Althorp's theory. Both the theories plays an important role in defining and determining one's personality. How the factors or the psychiatrist labeled the persons of different personality in perspectives, we can study that in this video. So let us study first about Mr. Carl Jung's theory. Mr. Carl Jung, as a psychiatrist, he stated that he classified people on the basis of their mental characteristics. As already we have discussed lot about mental characteristics. How does the mental characteristic shows an impact on our personality? Already I have given you example in the last lecture regarding the dogs experiment which was conducted, and also I gave you a detailed example about how the trained and untrained animals behave in different scenarios. So Mr. Carl Jung, he classified the men and women in the two groups depending upon their mental characteristics. First was introvert, second was extrovert. What do you mean by introvert people and what do you mean by extrovert people? Now you can very easily name or find the introvert people in your surrounding very easily. You will ask me, sir, how you can say the people is introvert or extrovert? It's quite simple. Introvert people are the people who are quite having the feeling of shyness, who cannot express themselves, who cannot open themselves in front of unknown people. They always feel shy to talk. They always want to be alone. They always feel inferiority about themselves. They think that whatever they want to do it alone, so that nobody watches what they are doing. They does not easily mingle with other peoples. These are some basic factors or characteristics you can say from which we can just classify introvert peoples. In contradiction with introvert people, he also labeled another group of peoples as extrovert. What are the extrovert peoples? The peoples who in contradiction with introvert peoples have the more social eras, have the more social gatherings, have more number of friends, who mix easily, who can speak at any platform, who can perform any task given to them, are the people who are extrovert peoples. So this is how Mr. Carl Jung's theory stated that according to their mental characteristics, people can be classified into two parts, introvert and extrovert. Introvert people have some basic characteristics like they want to work alone, they are shy in the nature, and they are very reserved. They do not want to discuss each and everything from all of the peoples. They have very few friends. As contradictory with these people, the category of extrovert peoples, they are very social. They like to go out. They plan outing on daily basis or on weekly basis or on monthly basis. They mix with other people easily. They do not have any issue. They can speak. They do not shy for any part. If they want something, they can come directly ask to the people. They are the people who are extrovert people. But there is exception in psychology. There is exception in human life also. That there is no human being who is 100% introvert or 100% extrovert. It depends upon your area of publicity. Sometimes they may also feel shyness, Sometimes they may also act as this. This you can read in the do you know section. They have given it clearly. Let us talk about Alport's theory. Alport's theory, as like Carl Jung, Alport is another psychiatrist. He classified the man based on the traits. He has given 3 traits: cardinal traits, central trait, and secondary trait. What is a cardinal trait? Cardinal trait is a trait, or you can say the unique quality of ones from which the person is known. If you take example from Indian history, in the era of post-independence and also in between Dandi Yatra, Mr. N.K. Gandhi, he was known for his own quality: truthfulness, the decision-making authority, and many more things. Means everybody have a particular identity, but especially the people who are born with this cardinal trait, they are known for that identity only. M.K. Gandhi taught you about the power of truth. He also wrote a book, My Experiment with Truth. So he was known for truthfulness. Ambitious. The people who falls under cardinal traits, they are quite ambitious. They have high desires. They don't only have the desires, they have ability to complete their desires. They work on their desires. And the main thing about this type of people is they never get diverged from their goal. Once they have decided what they have to do, they will do it. Lust of power. If you remember Mr. Hitler or Alexander the Great, both was having this trait, that is lust of power. So the people with these categories or this trait can be labeled under cardinal traits. Coming to the central traits, how the peoples under central traits behave. As like cardinal trait, here also the peoples have specific qualities, but here in central traits we do not mark or tell about any one qualities. We have to list the qualities. Minimum 10 qualities we take. Some qualities I have listed down like sensitivity, social ability, honesty, diligence, emotional ability, helpful nature. This all falls under central traits. This type of people are generally born and brought up in very nice way. You can also say that these people are more social compared to the central trait peoples. They always think not only about themselves, but they also keep one thing in mind: how to interact more and more with the society. This type of people are the very honest person. They believe on the saying, honesty is the best policy, you can say. Last is the secondary traits. Secondary traits does not play any major role in personality deciding factor, but somehow you can say it also has some characteristics or trait which is to be studied under this secondary trait portion. The people who comes from secondary traits, they feel hesitation while talking, even though they are prepared with something, but they are not the person who deliver the lectures or deliver the things in a proper manner. They always think that there is something hidden. They always feel incomplete in their own self. So this is what we have gone through in entire lecture. We have gone through, today's topic was theory of personality. In that theory of personality, we studied about 2 psychiatrists. First psychiatrist was Carl Jung. Second psychiatrist was Alport theory. What did the Carl Jung told? Carl Jung classified the humans, we, you, all the human beings in the 2 parts, introverant and extrovert. Who are the introverant peoples? The people who are shy, who want to be alone, who are reserved, who does not want to talk on stage. The people who have the stage phobia, they all comes under introvert. Who are the extrovert? You can say extrovert people are the people on contradictory with introvert people. They like to mingle with people, they like for outgoing, they does not have any stage fear, and they are a well communicator. But I also added one more thing, that there is nobody who is 100% introvert or 100% extrovert. Next we have learnt about Alport's theory, which was based on the traits. Mr. Alport classified three categories: cardinal traits, central traits, and secondary traits. What does he told in cardinal traits? The person who are known for their single quality like truthfulness, honesty, lust of power, any single quality comes under this cardinal traits. Central traits is a group of 5 to 10 qualities which a person can bear, like honesty, diligence, social ability, sensitivity, etc. etc. Last is secondary traits. The people who are not confident about their speech, who face hesitation while talking, who have linguistic problem or any other problem, they may be mentioned under the secondary traits. But secondary trait does not play any major role in personality. I hope the lecture is quite healthy for you guys as scenario or as point of view from the board lectures. Thank you. We'll meet again in next lecture.